Welcome to the Raise Up Mindset podcast with your hosts, Charlie and Athena Graham.
Welcome to the Raise Up Mindset podcast. I'm so glad you're here. Charlie and I are going to be talking about some really cool things that BAC is kicking off for 2026. So without further ado, Charlie, take it away.
Yeah, so a few new things we're doing this year. We are going to be doing a little bit more on the tourism side. So we are going to be now doing special events for different functions are coming up. I think we're having for Rondi coming up. We have the Iditarod coming up. We're going to have the restart. We're going to be selling seats on our buses and a lot of cool new things coming up. You know, we're going to take advantage of a lot of different partnerships that we have with other places. Just like we got through just partnering up with the fairgrounds and doing the City of Lights tours. I mean, those turned out really well. Sold seats on those, had VIP packages.
The Bride of the Night.
Yes, if you haven't seen it, you probably see it on our BAC page, but our videography, how am I not saying this right?
Our video wizards.
Our Vizio Wizards got some really cool videos putting up there and doing some ones, and we'll have some more to come on that too. But really, really cool things, neat things coming up in our pipeline.
Yeah, so, you know, really what this is it's the BAC experiences. That's the market buzzword, I guess you could say, that we're using. But really, it was like having this understanding of we just loved aligned partnerships. And so how can we get into more aligned partnerships? And that's where this whole BAC experience thing just kind of started to bloom. And we have some buses.
We do have motor coaches, and we have nice ones. And we too do the all black experience. You know, we like to make them look elegant and nice, and we're decorating the buses. We're doing things. We're doing themes. So it really gets the clients more involved. We're gonna have singing on there. We're gonna have some karaoke on the buses that's going down. We're gonna do some cool experiences. A couple of years ago when we did the Iditarod restarts, we went as far as having hot chocolate and soups and sitting at that nice place and having a warm place from the kind of go up there, some heaters. I mean, just
bathroom.
Yeah, take it to that next level, and that's what we want to do. We want to take it to that next level and, you know, have a really great restart for our customers and a place where they can get warm and, you know, and have some food and warm food.
Yeah, and so really what this whole thing is that we've imagined these monthly calendar experiences that you can go onto our website, check out what the schedule looks like, decide to reserve 1 seat or 10 seats, whatever it is that you've got going on that month, and just get out and start experiencing some of what Alaska has to offer. So this is geared towards visitors, it's geared towards locals, it's families, it's for everybody. And we've been having a lot of fun creating and coming up with themes and ideas, and we're excited to share it with everyone.
Yes, it's going to be a good experience. We're going to look at them really well. You know, there's so many opportunities towards this too. In the summer, working the Whittier cruise ships, the Seward cruise ships, even working out some things like, you know, the Whittier cruise ships people, the Seward cruise ship people get off in the morning, you know, like at 7 or 8 in the morning. So this is a great opportunity for any of the fisher people that are like fishermen and things like that want to get dropped off and taken down for their fishing trips down the day. We can have a double. We can take them down there, and then when we go to drop people off at nighttime, and then pick them back up and bring them back in there. So there's a lot of dual purposing that we can do on these, and it's pretty exciting. So a lot of new adventures for us and partnerships too. Like I said,
yes.
You know, the partnerships are important. And then our other cruise ships that we work with, you know, and Princess and Carnival and everybody else, you know, we're just another leg and opportunity of be able to help them out.
Yeah, and so let's just talk a little bit about the North Pole Express and kind of that experience that was created for December. So this was something that our general manager named it with this theme, the Express, where of course it's a bus, it's not a train, but we have the conductor set up. The host that we put on the bus is dressed like a conductor. Lingo did a very good job.
He definitely plays the role.
Yes, it was so good. If you didn't get a chance to see the videos, then by all means check out our YouTube page and look at what everybody created. It was great.
I'm sure we could put a link inside the
we could.
in the thing, and maybe even just show the video. It's only
Yep.
like a minute long, so maybe just show in the video of it. And we plan on having a lot more videos, things like this done, to just show people experiences and what they can do.
Yeah.
And, and if you have a Christmas party or you have a group of people that you want to invite to things like this, you guys are more welcome. You can buy extra seats. You can buy a whole bus. You can buy a van. You don't have to have just the motor coach experience. You can have this experience just for your group and your people too. So.
Yes, so next year, if you're thinking about something for Christmas, to absolutely keep us in mind, because we will be doing it again.
Yeah.
So you're imagining Lingo, he's in this setup, he's going to be passing out hot chocolates, he's leading the karaoke Christmas carol. We're making a stop at Lucy May's Bakery about midpoint on the way to Palmer. They're sharing some cookie samples with us, telling us about Lucy May's story. And then we're off to the state fairgrounds, where we're seeing the Bright Up the Night display that the fair has been so gracious in putting up every single year. And then maybe some little surprise stuff that's going on out there. So.
Yeah. Jeff, the CEO out there, he's a partner of ours also, and we do some stuff with them. And he's got some pretty cool little surprises that he's going to be able to do on some of these different excursions that we have with him and stuff like that too. So that really just, it just adds the icing on the cake.
Yeah, and so really, like I said before, the theme here is just aligned partnerships. How can we work with each other? How can we just do that extra touch that's not just serving our community and our clients, but it's also serving us as this small business network in our local areas? I
agree. And again, just the partnerships that we have with it, just knowing that we can call them and work with them and just have a good experience. And I think a lot of people vacation, a lot of people do things, and you're always looking for that next best experience. But sometimes in our own backyard, we have to have something here too. It's something different. And, it was just overwhelming. We sold in just 2 days, I think it was 80, 90 tickets, and it was just something fresh and new. And it was just really got a good experience out of it. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for what that's going to look like for Rondi, Iditarod, all the different experiences that are going on here during the Slush Cup, going up to Alyeska. There's so many different opportunities that we have to do things. Skiing. It's there's a lot of different things. So if you guys know of something that's super cool that you think we should be part of, let us know in the notes and in the comments, and let us know something we should be a part of.
Absolutely, and let's not forget about our bleisure clientele. So those are the people like you and I who will go somewhere for a business event, but we'll show up a day before or we'll stay a day later, and we'll just enjoy that particular part of the world. And so there's people that fly to your area that are looking for something to do. And it's like, how do I connect with that like untapped client?
Yeah, and another thing that we have to offer too is our clientele that we work with. We work with the airlines and the other ones like that, and there'll be discounts for partners in the airlines and different people. If we have seats open, the day available seats, that we're going to be doing now.
Yes.
If you haven't got your seats booked or something like that, and we have some last minute seats, you might not be able to pick the seat you're looking for, but if there's open seats, there'll be discounts and discount codes for it. They're for the same day bookings. So we want to fill the bus up with the best experience we can possible. And then, we're going to give away some tickets to the military. We're going to do some other things for some other charities and some other people that that might not just have that, but something they can give away to their employees or clients or something like that too. So there's a lot of opportunities for us to partner with other people too to give them a good experience during these holidays. Yes,
and this holidays could mean anything from thinking about the future of what Christmas season looks like to Veterans Day, to Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is just going to be happening anytime soon here. So if you haven't booked that, you haven't booked your restaurant, you haven't booked your car, you want to make sure that you're going there and making sure you're having some cocktails, that you're not drinking and driving, give us a call. We're going to be able to help you out with those.
Absolutely. So this has just been a complete joy to just create this entire understanding of what's next for BAC. And so Charlie, with what's next with BAC, why don't you tell us some cool things going on with AMT?
So Alaska Medical Transport, we've, again, doing some partners. We're partnered up with Glen Allen now, so we're helping with some EMS with those guys. So whenever they have some critical patients or they can't fly out or weather is dependent, we've been very lucky to Copper River EMS. We've teamed up with them. We meet up in Eklutna, and we actually have, not Eklutna, excuse me, Eureka, and we're actually doing medic meets with those. We've still been doing our transports with Seward. We had some 911 contracts that we helped out with and doing some stuff too. So, we've been very lucky to have, again, just been building that there. We're averaging probably about 8 to 12 calls a day right now. We have 2 24-hour crews on. We're running full ALS all year round.
Critical care.
Yeah, and then we run a critical care on top of that, a higher level EMS that we're running critical care paramedics on every shift too. And lots of opportunity for people to come on. This year we expect a big year with forestry. We've been talking to the forestry department and getting rigs ready for forestry this summer. With the lack of snow that we're getting this year, I'm sure that we're going to be looking at a high forestry season again next year. So we're looking how we can help them with AMT and actually BAC. They're looking towards buses and coaches and vehicles to be able to get their firefighters from point A to point B. So there is a lot of opportunity there again. And you know what we're doing? We're just peeling back the onion. We're just figuring out where there's a need. And the forestry department came to us 2 years ago and said, hey, we really need some help with some ambulances and some paramedics and EMTs. And so we said, sure. And then last year we got on there and had a great season with them. And this year we just even know more and had met up with them. And they gave us kind of an idea of what they're looking for. So excited to be working with those guys next year. We got to buy a few trailers. Our medics are a little bougie, so they don't like to sleep in tents. So we're going to get a little tow behind trailers that they can have it and some other things in there because tenting is not so cool. So, that's doing well too. We have another cab over chassis that we're going to be doing here this winter as soon as we get caught up with some of our mechanic things. Our last cab over chassis right now and putting that there. So, good things. Really good things.
Well, all of this really is just like one more layer, like Charlie mentioned, of just how we see areas where we can show up and serve, whether it's our community, our fellow business compadres, our families, and that's just what we continue to do is get up every morning and figure out how we can be a part of something to continue to grow it in a positive direction.
There's endless things that we can do. We just have to pick what's the best and what chooses and how it fits with us. And this is going to be really a fun, I think, things for our employees. I think things for the general, just people that live in Anchorage and Wasilla and Palmer and all those other places. We're always starving for something to do and looking for something. And we get concerts, we get events and things like this. But this is going to be something that's going to be a fun families events, and you could take the whole family on. It's not the olden days like in the limos and the booze and crews. This is going to be more family atmosphere, having hot chocolate, cookies, Christmas carols, having the place all decorated up. Just different things that we're going to do. And we really want to get into the themed areas, like, Iditarod, having Iditarod stuff with dogs all over the inside of it, and having, maybe some real-time race, what's going on with the races. And, we really want to explore the different areas and how we can just make it that much more of an experience. And, as we get older, we can buy things, but I think experiences, especially you and I we've been traveling a lot and doing things that we definitely enjoy the experiences. And I think the experience is what really it is. You could go buy a new bag, you can buy a new car, you can buy a new snow machine, and they all have their own, things that make us happy. But I think the experiences of what we're going to be doing is going to definitely make a lot of people happy. It's going to make people think about what's going to happen for next year. We're already getting people talking about rebooking for next year and doing a family experience. So we want to look at that and say, okay, how can we just grow this? And we want to grow it up to not just one coach, to 3 coaches, to 5 coaches going, at different times during the days. How can we really build on that?
Absolutely. And that whole sense around experience is really just bringing us back to this present moment out of distraction. And when we can just focus into this present moment, it's like we really, truly have connection with each other. And I think that anytime I look back and I've had presence in our marriage or presence and focus in a goal at work or presence with my children, it's just been this like warm and fuzzy feeling of, oh, we connected. So we're hoping to share that with everyone else and remind them. Just reminders.
All fun stuff.
Yes. But it is exciting, and I'm excited, and it's been super fun so far.
And you could really see the staff getting involved into it. They were pretty excited. They're sending us clips, videos, pictures. We got Cindy making up the buses and putting them there. And, we do a lot of decorations. We spend a lot of time just in our office on making it look the part of what part of season is. During Christmas time, we probably spent a week in decorating our place. We had a Santa Claus that was climbing our building. It was a big, huge blow up Santa Claus. And just those kind of things, I think when the employees come to work, they really appreciate that they're coming to a nice warm place. It's coming to a happy place. And Easter and Christmas and Halloween. I mean, we had all the Halloween decorations up. I mean, it's just all these different things that we can experience. And we see what the joy of our employees do. So we can only imagine what that's going to look like for our guests also.
Absolutely. Yes. Santa's big butt was hanging off the side of our building until the windstorm decided to take a break for a minute.
Yeah, winds were pretty bad back in December. They were some of the highest windstorms we've had.
So I would say if you are a business owner or you are a leader and you're looking to create some momentum around raising the morale with your team, around a fresh start with maybe some of your offerings, think about pieces where you can connect others. And we've decided to be in aligned partnerships only moving forward. And what does that mean for you? You'd be surprised at what shows up when you start asking the right questions.
Yeah. I believe that we are going to be able to definitely change some of the ways that we've been doing things, and just for the better. Just looking at what can we do to offer that most of experiences. Tours. We're talking about doing tours this summer and having the wildlife conservation, or down to Whittier, or whatever else it might be. Our tour is going to be that, but those are all going to be things that are going to be a positive aspect. And you really see the drivers and the chauffeurs and the people that are driving the motor coaches and the buses really like talking about our state. And when we get people from out of state that look at things like the glaciers and they look at it, it's like us seeing it a first time again, because it's in our backyard all the time. So we just don't look at it as there. Now, driving back and forth to Big Lake all the time, I look at the mountain scenes and I see things, and I look up and I thought, man, that is just a beautiful sunrise, or that's a beautiful sunset. But people coming here for the first time, I mean, it's just overwhelming. Yeah. And people think they can see Alaska in 7 days, and it's really a 10, 14-day trip. And then you got to find out where you want to go from here and come back. And so, how can we show the best for Alaska, and how can we show our clients where this is not a one and done. They want to come back here over and over again, like Hawaii, like any of these other places. We want to enjoy the scenery and what we have here. A little chillier here than Hawaii, but during the summertime, it's beautiful. 21 hours of daylight. How can you beat it?
Yeah, and for those of our friends who live in the tropics and want to go to a little bit cooler spot, there's always those individuals too. So it's not just come visit us in the summer. We want to see everybody all year round.
Yes, the skiing here is excellent. There's lots of winter activities you could do here too.
And it really is. And our hope is that we are going to be doing an even better job of highlighting all of that with these BAC experiences.
Yes, yeah, we're pretty excited. It's been overwhelming with all of the support we've had on this, and with our staffing and everybody else on this. But I think that this is just going to be the start of 2025 is where it started, and it's going to keep going on for ever and ever.
Say that one more time. 26 though.
Well, it's 25 is when we started it for the December, when we started the December trip. So it is going to be 2026, but we started doing these adventures in 2025. Okay. That's what I was trying to explain to you. So yeah, looking at what December did and how we did that, and then the New Year's, and again, I know it's going to be past this time, but New Year's Eve, if you haven't booked your rides for next year in 2026, I mean, we start to run out of vehicles. It's having that vehicle that's going to take you to and from in your party and your groups. I mean, just another experience. I mean, there is so many things that get people home safely and taking care of them, and your groups and your parties and your friends, and just, having that nice warm experience to get them from point A to point B.
Yeah, I think really that's at the heart of why we're doing passenger transportation is it's almost this like caretaking of making sure you're safe. And I know that it can feel overwhelming, and it can feel nerve-wracking to drive, especially in the wintertime in our region. And so having a professional driver who's in a safe, comfortable vehicle really makes a big difference when you're navigating through the weather.
You know, and you hear about people that take other different rides and they don't feel comfortable, but they take it because it's a cheaper route, but they have to talk to their loved one all the way home, or
And
they have
they're
to talk to another
nervous,
because
and
they're
their
nervous.
nervous system is like up to here.
So tell me how that benefits you on going to a great event or something like that, but then you feel nervous about your ride home if you're going to make it there or not. So anyways,
Good
we
point.
want to provide that. You know, all of our drivers go through background checks, they all go through drug testing, they all go through those things. And we, again, want to add that extra layer of safety that you know that your loved one's going to get home, or if you decide to send your kid home that's 14 or 15, you know they're going to get home in a safe place, that you're not going to have to worry about it. You know, there's going to be accountability issues. And that's, we want to make sure that that's a good, safe place for people.
Yeah, and it's also, being in this region, these are our neighbors, these are our community members, and we really want to be a great neighbor. And it's just remembering those simple things. Like, sometimes you can get tunnel vision on really what your offerings are or what type of products that you're selling, but I mean, at the end of it, are you being a good neighbor by doing this? Are you in alignment with actually what you believe is right? And if you're not, it's never going to feel like it does when you are in excitement about creating. When you're feeling good, you're all creating momentum in the same direction. Like, it's a completely different experience when everybody is all in on the next segment, and it's so much more fun.
Well, we're definitely trying to have more fun in our life and
Amusement. Every day.
You know, you had 25 years. This will be our 26th year in business, and you know, you kind of get caught into the daily things. And I think we've been really good this last year or two about taking a step back from that, and then basically just making sure our health is where it's supposed to be at, or are in tune of our relationship with our kids and our me and you and our employees, and you know where we're at. So I think we've taken a deep dive in this last couple of years and really figuring out where we want to be at and what we want to do. And again, those partnerships, you know, that when you're not having a good partnership with a company that you work with, you got to realign yourself and say, hey, is this really worth it? Is this money or time that we're putting in this going to be worth it? And I feel like the experience of just having those new customers are so excited to come up to Alaska to go experience. And we already do that now, but just having those people, because they're all about wanting to have a good time. They're taking their time, their money, their events.
They're on vacation.
They're on vacation. And you know how we feel like when we're on vacation, we're like, you know, we're in cloud nine, and that's where we want you to be, is cloud nine. We want you to have that experience that you were just super happy that you came here, you made it. It cost you a little bit of money, but you know, money versus experience, it's like, it's craziness. Like, you know, my wife told me a long time ago, quit hoping for a first class upgrade, just buy first class, you know, just quit hoping that we're going to get upgraded, even though we're at the highest level. So, you know, we just look at that and just say, okay, well, we're going to look for good flights, but we're going to look for flights that we want to be comfortable on, and we're going to take it. And, you know, the same with our kids. And we just want to have that experience that is just not, you're starting yourself off in the right way. You're getting here, you're getting picked up there, you're getting dropped off, you're getting to these great places that you're going to, and you want to have that experience that's saying, like, I didn't have to worry about somebody not showing up for their car. I didn't have to worry about this company that was kind of, you know, a little bit cheaper, but, you know, maybe the van showed up and the door doesn't open, you know, and then all of a sudden you're walking through the front seat.
Now you're feeling uneasy.
Yeah, now you're like, oh, it's just, this is going to be a total different experience. You know, this is going to be a funny experience because, like, it's now a shit show. You know, and you don't want a shit show on your vacation with your family. You want it
really
to go.
don't.
You don't, because now you're a little bit stressed, and now you got this 4 to 6 hour experience. You're like, oh shit, should I go or not? You know. So, anyways, we just want to give that personal experience that we can. And you know, as owner operators, we really dive into the deeps of what's going on with our company, and we see when things could go better, and how can we make it better. So that's what we look at.
And really, it's like coming from a mindset of not only do I want to be this operator that's giving this great service, but I also want to be a good customer myself, a good partner myself, so that when we're partnering with someone like Lucy Mays, when we were doing the North Pole Express, I want to be like the best, easiest partner to work with. Like, I don't want any resistance in that relationship, because it's so much nicer to be in agreement and to be flowing back and forth. I remember when we were building the house, I told our builder, I was like, my goal is to be your very best customer, not because I pay you on time, but because we're always working together for the end goal of getting my house done.
And we got it done in record time.
Yeah.
I mean, September to May. I mean, that's just, for that size of a house, where the location was, what it was going on. I mean, we were staying on top of it. And we were, but we've been used to doing remodels and always having stuff up front and getting things ready for the other people. So our builder was so great that he just basically let us pick out what we wanted to, how to get it there, and what we wanted to do. And if we could do it better or get better price than he could, he was okay with it. And so we had so many.
We had some really good flow, and
yes.
It was nice, and it just made the experience of building a home. Like, we were doing 2 projects at once, and we were having a great time.
Yeah.
Great time. Like, I've seen people who are like in crisis crazy mode because they're building one house. But I always felt like we were having a pretty good time. Like, there was unexpected things that happened, but I mean, you were having like a ball on some of those days.
No, I've never built a house. We've always owned houses, and we've had places, and we've done remodels, and it's a total different deal when you're building something from the ground up. It's just like every day something else was there, and it was neat to go see, and you see the progress on it. And again, where this all correlates is our company too. Is what we're seeing is we're building blocks for what's going on with the new tourism side of it, and really pushing it. We've done tourism for 25 years now, but really jumping into the tourism market is really going to be we're going to get that chunk of pie, our slice of pie on that side too, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be good, and it's going to be good experiences, and just booking online and making things so much easier, and having booking tools, and just where you don't even have to talk to a human anymore if you don't want to. And if you want to, you're more welcome to talk to some of our CSAs. The one thing that we're noticing is like the new generations like to just book everything on there, and they don't talk to some people sometimes. They just loved it. And all the bookings we did on the when we did the Polar Express was basically, they were booking them online. It was something that we didn't have to really have people talk to and do it. It was just a really great area to do it, and people feel comfortable in that. And as we get there, we're doing the same things. Like, I hate the checkout of a checkout stand, and I'm better at it. I'll go there if it's just absolutely horrible and the lines are there. But I love having that customer experience where somebody greets you and talks to you, and you have that whole thing. And we want to still give that customer service when it is wanted.
Yes.
But if somebody doesn't want to talk to somebody and they just want to book online, we're okay with that too. We just want to give you the best experience how you want your experience.
Absolutely. And yes, that new booking tool that we launched was absolutely the missing link for launching these experiences. So thinking about how we want to meet the customer where the customer is at and where the customer wants to meet us. And so, like Charlie mentioned, if it's the easiest we can make it to schedule something with us, that's where we want to be, period.
Well, do you want to talk about short-term rentals at all? Do you want to speak about that? I mean, how that's going, what's going on with that? Is that something?
We're at the 30-minute mark. Do you want to
Do we stop at 30 minutes?
We can. We can.
How long does it usually go for?
Between 30 and 40.
45 is what we're going? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So.
Sure, go ahead.
So, one of the new businesses that we started years ago, a couple of years ago now, it's been our short-term rental business. And we've been, that's been fun too. That's been a different experience on doing short-term rentals. So we're on our 3rd short-term rental house now.
And so what do you see for 2026 for that corner?
Well, we're finished with all 3 places now. So that, and I say finished, we're never finished. We're always improving and doing things better. I mean, I know at the Pyrenean house that we want to put a bunk room inside there to the one room that we're doing. But we've been so lucky. We've had them booked almost all season, all winter, and then summer comes up and then we're booked again. So we have to actually block out dates to be able to get work done. But our Mountain Lake house is all finished and it's all good to go, and we're excited about the new opportunities in that. That's a beautiful property, and it's up on the hillside, and it just has the most amazing views on front and back. In the back, it's got a 1,500 square foot deck. It overlooks the Chugach Mountains. You've got flat top right there. You got a lake. We got our own residential mooses and ducks that come over and visit, and they go through the lake, and it's just epic. And then you look out through the front, and you look to the west, and you see nothing but all the way down to the Kenai Peninsula, all the way to the down to Wasilla, the Jay Bear, darn near all the way to Big Lake. I mean, if you just had a few trees taken out, you see all the way there, and the visions and the niceness and just everything that's on it. And our Mountain Lake house is doing great. Our Capstan house, our Pyrenean house. I mean, all the houses just seem like they're really flowing well. And Athena's done an excellent job in doing the remodel and her site and her vision. And if you see it, it's pretty evident on most of our houses that we've put together, because we kind of use the same packages together, but it really uniforms everything.
That's meant to be for efficiencies.
Yes, 100%. So that has been exciting too. And again, as we're looking at the experiences for our customer, how can we make it nicer? How can we make it better? How can we make those people feel special? And so we're really diving into that. And
and I think really my mindset around offering a short-term rental is to give those families that are looking for this I want to be together experience. I mean, we're really clear about this is not a place where you host parties. This is not a place where you're having family gatherings and somebody shows up and rents this house and then all the relatives come over and have a barbecue. Like, that's not what these properties are for.
No.
These are really about the unit of connection and having a place where we can all be together and experience Alaska when we visit. Or it's also a place where a group, like a lot of the youth programs that come into Anchorage, we absolutely have been hosting some of these sports teams.
Oh, hockey, soccer,
yes.
softball. I mean, it's been volleyball. It's been amazing. And just as you're saying, the coaches are super happy because they're in one space. They can watch where all the kids are at, where everything's going.
Nobody's sitting in the hallway in the hotel.
Or nobody's sneaking out of the rooms of the hotel.
Yes.
You're not having people come into the house when they're not supposed to be in the house, and be able to have the food there and be able to wash clothes. And
it makes it also affordable when you have a group that you can split that in between. And there are, of course, challenges with having a business like this, and not everybody understands that, especially our philosophy around short-term rentals. But we're not actually in a position to where we're taking up affordable housing for others. Like, the properties that we rent are group-minded. This is not affordable housing. This is expensive homes that can host groups as like a segment of the ambassador arm of Alaska.
Yeah, and we've been very lucky. And affordable houses, you think of affordable house in the $250,000, $300,000 range. Our cheapest property is $750,000. Our most expensive property is in the $2 million range. So you got to look at that. This is not we're not having taking away, just like Athena says, is housing for workers that might be trying to have a job working downtown or 2 or 3 jobs. This is just not going to be an affordable place for them. But we wanted to bring an elegant and nicer area up for some people that wanted to bring these, like you said, groups or just nice families. We've had like 3 families get together and be able to, not many places would be able to host 3 different families. And you might only have 6 or 8 adults, but you might have 7 children. And, having a bunk room for them to all camp out in and do stuff. I mean, it's just pretty incredible. And, you could look at our website on that too. And Athena will give you the website on that.
Yeah, it's vacationrentalsinalaska.com.
And we'll put a link on there too. And you can see all the different homes that we have on there and the different dates and times that you can book it out. And Athena was right. We're not looking, we've had some people call us up and like, hey, we're going to have our Christmas party up there. I'm like, we're not really set up for that. We're not set up for groups and parties up there. We're set up for, we are set up for some groups, but it's a group like a family group, or it's a team.
Quiet group that is there for a reason other than just to throw a party.
Yeah, we're not the party scene by any means.
Yes.
And I think our rates dictate that too a little bit.
Our rates absolutely reflect that.
Yeah.
But absolutely, it's like, I think there is something to be said. Like when we go travel, the last trip that we took with our grandchildren and our children, we just wanted a clean, nice, easy place that we could connect and all be together instead of renting like a dozen hotel rooms and
we picked the time to go right during when the World Series is going on, so there wasn't a whole lot of hotel rooms available.
With them,
with our last trip with them when we did the cruise, but we talked to another short-term rental person, and they were kind and accommodating. The house was big, it was clean, it wasn't super new, but it definitely handled what we were looking for.
Yes.
And it was reasonable, and you know what? It made it nice. We were able to go to the store and buy a bunch of food and be able to feed everybody and take care of everybody and get on the cruise the next day. And then we had some great partners down there. It helped us with our transportation. Thank you, Vin. But it's just, again, the experiences that we're having right now.
Yeah, and how much more connected you can feel when you're all together versus segmented away from different hotel rooms and working through all the logistics of trying to get that many people to sit at a restaurant. And so there is absolutely this little niche corner of like what the short-term rental experience offers to groups that are like more than 10.
Yeah. It's difficult to find a house that will sleep that many people comfortably,
Or that you actually want to sleep there.
Or you want to be that close to your other neighbors or your friends or your family, or your coworkers. So this place we really provide, it gives a lot of space and gives some areas for you to have your own areas and stuff like that too. So
absolutely. And while still providing the utmost respect to our neighbors.
Yes.
And conscientiously just being with them. So
exciting stuff that's really coming for 2026. I mean, it's just
so good. And the trips that we've got coming up. So that's going to be a whole nother segment of what are the Grahams doing in 2026.
Oh, there's a lot of trips planned. I'm going to try not to do so many this summer.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend some time at my summer house.
Well,
so anyways, that's another forecast of what's going on with the Grahams. It's a forecast of what's going on with BAC Transportation, AMT, our rentals, which is vacationrentals.com. So, AlaskaVacationRentals.com. So we have a lot.
Vacation rentals.
Sorry. Yeah. So many different websites. So, we just have so many different things that are going on and exciting things, just fun.
Yeah.
Never thought we'd be involved like this thing, what we're doing as much as we are now. Never thought all these splits. And, we even have another thing coming up. We're going to be renting cars this summer. We're going to be renting vans out this year.
We'll see.
So whole nother industry.
We're going to cut that section out.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you for coming to our podcast today.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And if you haven't had a chance to check us out with our earlier episodes, go to raiseupmindset.com and by all means, check out our Raise Up Mindset workshop series if you're a leader or entrepreneur who's looking to just gain some more knowledge, and we're happy to share.
100%. Have safe holidays, have a great New Year's, have a great Valentine's Day. Enjoy yourself.